Best places to go when you are visiting Tiwi Albay. Whether you just want to take selfies with the popular landmarks or throw yourself into some fun adventures, or taking up your long vacation, Tiwi Albay, home of hospitable and loving people, natural beauty will never fail to surprise you. How to get to Tiwi? By air. Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific have regular flights from Manila and Cebu to Legazpi City. By bus. Several bus lines connect Metro Manila to Legazpi City, including Philtranco, Superlines, DLTB, Cagsawa Tours, Amihan, Isarog Line, Street Jude Transit and Gold Line Tours. Fare starts at 800 pesos and travel time is approximately 9 to 10 hours. A progressive municipality by the bay with the Philippines' most non-active Malinao volcano and the first geothermal plant in the Philippines on the backdrop is Tiwi Albay. Located at 1st District of the Province of Albay, Tiwi beckons everyone with its beautiful scenery, natural wonders, delectable cuisines and delicacy, and lovely people. More than its unparalleled attractions, Tiwi also serves as the backdoor to the province and the region's amazing destinations. Trek the trails of Bugsukan Falls, dip in the hot springs of Tiwi, experience adventure and the best view of Bugsukan Falls and Corangan Shoal, enjoy the sun, sea and sand, discover the unspoiled white sand of Corangan Shoal, be amazed with the brown sandy beaches of Tiwi, visit the town's ancient St. Vincent Church and the miraculous Our Lady of Salvation Church and heritage buildings, enjoy the cold water of its countless waterfalls, or explore its hidden caves. If these do not excite you, swim with the clear water of Tiwi beaches, see the virgin beaches and hidden treasures of Tiwi, dive into Bugsukan Falls. Truly, Tiwi is the land of beauty and wonders. Tiwi is known not only because of the geothermal plant, but also for its koran, those pottery products that are shaped in different forms and sizes, either in round or hexagonal shapes. This traditional industry can be traced back in the early part of the 17th century, when the sticky clay dug at the hilly place near the sea was discovered to have various uses. Early settlers formed them in different shapes and used them for cooking, eating or drinking. Today, making koran, a Bicol dialect which means clay pot or pottery, is one of the good sources of income of the people. At Barangay Putsan, you can visit Philippine Ceramics, a big warehouse cum factory of these products. Visitors are allowed and you can even take pictures and see how the pots are actually made. You can get a glimpse of its modern oven used for cooking art-formed clays. There is also a display area for the finished products, where you can select and buy. It was good that during our visit, the town was celebrating the Koran festival. Actually, it is a showcase of events highlighted by a street presentation participated in by the different public and private schools and various sectors. The celebration is capped with a long maritime procession of different local sea vessels passing the Albay Gulf, going to the quiet Barangay Joroan, the home of the miraculous image. Visit Bugsukan Falls. This wonderful and inspiring falls runs through a beauteous mountainside in Tiwi Albay. The flow of aquamarine water is from the confluence of several natural springs, and as it gushes forward, it creates the impression of the constant and untiring forces of nature. Very rare moment, when you get to see waterfalls facing the grayish/brownish powdery sand beach. Bugsukan is very attractive to visitors because of its beautiful rock formations. The location is an ideal area to stay in, to trek, or just to watch the white falling water from a distance. The main and the highest cliff in Bugsukan. Ranging from 30 to 35 feet, tide dependent. From the lowest to the highest main cliffs, the height ranges from more or less 10 to 35 feet. Bugsukan Falls is indeed a nature wonder located in Misabis, Tiwi Albay. Its cascading waters neighboring by trees, roots, and rock formations provide a good opportunity for photographers and travelers to capture perfect shots. You will also enjoy the scenery of the beach in front of the falls itself. Take a dip and be tanned under the sun. How to get there? If you are in Legazpi, take a ride in a van having Tiwa route. It costs 60.00 pesos heading you to Tiwa proper. Then, ask a tricycle driver to take you to Bugsakan Falls. Costs 150.00 pesos. Special trip, with maximum of 7 packs. They will tell you that the falls is found in Misabis. If you're familiar with Misabis in Cagaray Island, you'll be confused of course. Visit Corongan Shoal. Corongan Shoal is located in Barangay Baybay of Tiwi Albay. It can be accessed only via a boat for 10 to 15 minutes. It was an exhilarating experience since the island was different from all of the others found in Bicol. It was a small islet with no trees or even huge rocks to give shade. It is surrounded by deep blue waters with huge waves splashing on its ends. The sand was white and smooth and shells abound in it. You can take plenty of selfies and group shots in the island. If you're fortunate enough, you may have all the island to yourselves, as there are only a few people who knew of this place. Swimming is forbidden because the huge waves may take you, especially if you do not know how to swim. But if you really want to take a dip, you may politely ask your banquero to take you a few meters away from the island where it is safe to swim. In choosing a boat, ask them first if they will provide you a life vest. To get to Corongan, one must ride a philcab going to Tabaco, which travel time takes about 45 minutes to an hour. From Tabaco City bus stop, you will find the Tabaco City Mall just behind the bus stop, and from there you can already ask the locals on where the jeepneys going to Tiwa are. The travel time from Tabaco to Tiwa runs approximately 30 to 40 minutes and jeepney fare is affordable. There are also philcab from Legazpi Terminal which will take you directly to Tiwi Albay. The fare is only 60 pesos, however, it takes longer to fill one philcab going to Tiwa with passengers. Tiwa Geothermal Plant. Tiwi Geothermal Power Plant Philippines is located at Tiwi Albay, Philippines. Location coordinates are: latitude equals 13.4655, longitude equals 123.6486. This infrastructure is of type geothermal power plant with a design capacity of 330 MWE. It has 6 units. The first unit was commissioned in 1979 and the last in 1982. It is operated by Chevron, and Aboitiz Power Renewable Inc. took over from SOM in May 2009. You can have a good view of the Tiwi Geothermal Power Plant by visiting the Naglagbong Geothermal People's Park, more popularly known as Nag Park. According to locals, the park used to have hot springs, vents, boiling mud pools and silica center mounds. People visiting the place would boil eggs from steaming holes. A hydrothermal eruption in 1980 ended the park's thermal activities. Since then, it was transformed into a park with the combined efforts of the local government, National Power Corporation, and Philippine Geothermal, Inc. Visit Busayan Falls in Kale, an upland attraction for Tiwi. However, like some other upland sites, it involves a somewhat difficult hike through jungle and over a large rock field in hot temperatures and high humidity. A good place to take a dip after a not-so-long hike from the area. Visit Our Lady of Salvation Shrine. Our Lady of Salvation, Spanish, Nuestra Señora de Salvación, also known as Our Lady of Light, is a Catholic title of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The devotion to Our Lady of Salvation is based on a wooden statue of the Virgin Mary that was first venerated in Joraon, now part of Tiwi Albay, in the Philippines. The image was canonically crowned by the Catholic Church on the 25th of August 1976, as the heavenly patroness of the Province of Albay. The original, 18th-century image of Our Lady of Salvation reflects her role, according to Catholic doctrine, as co-redemptrix. The Virgin is portrayed as carrying the Christ child in her left arm, while her right arm grasps a man by the wrist as he is about to fall into a gaping helmet. An angel kneels at the foot of the Virgin, offering a basket of burning hearts to Christ, who holds a burning heart in his right hand, while his left hand is stretched in a gesture of accepting the hearts. Much of the history regarding the statue of the Lady of Salvation and the Marian devotion centered on it rely heavily on the written accounts, based on tradition, of the first parish priest of Joraon, Rev. Lamberto S. Fule, 1919–1935, in his booklet and Kasasayan Kan Latawan ni Burhan de Salvacion. According to the Fule account, in the 1770s a certain haciendero named Don Silverio Arcia of Buhi, assigned a tenant farmer called Mariano de Coba to one of his vast estates in Joraon, once known as Cagnipa, which was a satellite barrio of Buhi. While Dacoba was clearing parts of Arcia's hacienda one day, he chopped down a big calpi tree. Although already severed at the base, the tree's leaves did not wilt and maintained its life and freshness. The tenant informed Arcia about it, and the latter consulted with the pastor of Buhi. A certain sculptor called Bagakumba was commissioned by the pastor of Buhi to carve an image from the calpi trunk that Dacoba had found. 3 images were carved out of the wood, that of Our Lady of Salvation, one of Our Lady of Solitude, and that of Saint Anthony of Padua. On the 25th of August 1776, the image of Our Lady of Salvation was lent to Joraon on condition that the village's residents build a chapel at the center of their barrio. Consequently, a certain Satara Kababag was assigned as the chapel's Hermana Mayor, in charge of caring for the image. In the late 19th century, a territorial dispute arose over whether Joraon was governed from Buhi in Ambos Camarines, or Tiwi in Albay. A Captain Vera of Albay, however, argued that Tiwi's proximity to Joraon gave it rightful jurisdiction. Vera won the case, and Joraon was annexed by Tiwi. Visit Takwi Cave. Another upland wilderness trekking site which may attract young eco-adventurer tourists. The route is beautiful, but it represents a very challenging hike for the fittest tourist. The distance from the trailhead is substantial, 10 to 12 hours return, and often an overnight camp is required. Given the long, strenuous jungle hike along with potential natural hazards, a local guide should be mandatory, along with a full and accurate briefing for the tourist beforehand. DJC Ha Halo. Halo-halo is a popular Filipino dessert with mixtures of shaved ice and evaporated milk, to which are added various boiled sweet beans, gelo and fruits, and served in a tall glass or bowl. DJC is famous for the same amazing dessert in Tiwi. DJC Halo-halo is a famous place for the heat-quenching Filipino specialty. Thank you for this is Joel Garcia Sharashua.